Hi and good evening, big smile.
Hey, Turtle, how we doing?
Hey y'all.
Greetings, guys. You gotta bear with me. One of my computers is acting weird. It's just not letting Winamp run correctly. And I am trying to figure out why.
Doing good, playing catch up on a few games, lol.
Sounds like me today. I didn't do much work on the show today. I basically sat back and played Fallout pretty much all day. That's about all I did today, to be honest with you. We will be starting here in a couple of minutes, so be a little patient with me. Because right now I am confused. It's not liking me, and I don't know why. For whatever reason, Windows Media Player is not liking what I'm showing it. Alright, sorry about that, folks. Like I said, I was trying to get this bug fixed, and I don't know if it's my computer or if it's Windows or what it is. But welcome to Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen. It is 7 o'clock. I want to welcome you guys to List Wits.
Friends share play Fallout 4, so I could try it. Thinking of starting Game of Thrones 5-part game, but in go need LOL.
And I'm not into Game of Thrones. I am really not. Give me one more minute and I will have the screen up and running. And hopefully everything is right, because I have done like very little pre-testing tonight. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the only live interactive game show network on live from PlayStation. Welcome to List Wits. I am your host, the Saint Fan, Professor Von Quizzlestein, Edward Nigma, and what other crazy characters I can come up with at any given time. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight the little pre-show is just stuff that's been sitting in my queue for ages that I haven't really done any major work on. What we are looking for are 5 words made out of the syllables you see above. The first 5 letters, the first letter of each of the 5 words, and the last 5 letters of each of those words in order will create one 10-letter word. So that is what you are looking for. You are looking for the 10-letter word, the 10-letter secret word that is not shown on the board at the moment. To be honest with you, I hadn't even decided what game I was going to start playing tonight, simply because I had no idea how many people were going to be on at 7 o'clock on a Saturday night, or how many people are out doing their Christmas shopping, or how many people are just out and about on the town, or how many people are just no longer watching. All of the above are possible, of course. I can't blame college football. College football season is pretty much over till bowl games. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Just pinched my finger. That was not good. Let's see, what else do we have to add to What else do we have to add? I got everybody's packages out for those of you that did not already get them. Right now I know HBK and Turtle are the only ones on the channel, according to the screen. Everybody's package has gone out except for Mr. Degassi's. Mr. Degassi, I just did not leave the house today to go pick up the box or go to the post office. I am going out tomorrow, no ifs, ands, or buts, because I am going to the toy show. So hopefully I will have it picked up by then. That's my goal. Now when I get it shipped out, it's going to be another question, simply because I don't know where the post office is over by my office. If I knew where the post office was by my office, I'd have it in and out that way. In fact, I am so disorganized right now that my entire studio is pretty much a mess. I have not worked on pretty much anything today. I haven't had the energy to do much but play Fallout 4. I got my supply lines going in Fallout 4, so now it's going to get really interesting to see how much fun I can have building stuff. But yeah, I have never been a Game of Thrones, guys. I've never watched the series. I don't even read the books. Didn't play the game. Game of Thrones just never interested me. It never did. I know that that's sad to say, but I guess I got tired of all these historical fictions, so to speak, because I'd end up seeing them on BBC and AMC and who else? TNT had one, A&E had one. I just got tired of them. I really did. It's like I get on TV to get away from historical fiction. I want to watch fun, silly, blow things up sort of thing. And yes, I know there's lots of things blowing up and dying in Game of Thrones. See, I'm sad to say I am not a Walking Dead fan. I've never been a zombie fan. To me, I'm trying to think, what would I want? I like my thrillers being thrillery, science fiction thrillery, really. That is pretty much it for me in terms of horror movies. The worst thing was, I had heard about this movie called The Black Knight, I think is what they called it, on Popcorn Flicks. So I decided to watch it. It is 2.5 hours of my life I want back. I really, really do. It is a complete ripoff of the Batman movies. And, oh my God, it was torture. And the worst thing is, I like Popcorn Flicks. They put some fun movies out there. Especially if you're an action hero. Or an action fan. They have, in my opinion, more movies than Crackle will ever have. They will never be the higher quality movies that Crackle gets. But there are so many of them that it takes me a while to get through all of them. Plus, I used to be friends with a guy that lives in New Orleans that was a Hollywood star. Or he was a Hollywood B-star. Let's put it that way. And he was a soap opera star, too. So if I see one of his movies, I actually have to go watch it. I literally have to. It's like Oh, there's Dean. I gotta go watch Dean. See what silliness he agreed to. So yeah. For instance, if you ever get a chance, and again, they are typically bad movies in terms of writing and such. The guys that act them try, but they can't. There is no way they can save them. There is no way. For instance, I'll give you one of my favorites. See, Crackle's ads don't bother me that much because they only come like every 30 minutes, 20 or 30 minutes, so it's almost like you're watching cable television. So Crackle's ads don't bother me that much. It's something, if Ustream would learn. Ustream needs to learn people do not have ADHD. They don't need ads every 10 to 12 minutes. You get an ad every 20 minutes, people wouldn't complain. They really wouldn't. But yeah, if you get a chance, and I'm going to give you this one as an example, go watch Air Marshal. The guy that wrote it has to be one of the worst writers I've ever read or ever watched a movie for. It has every cliche in the book, all the way down to a kid trying to fly an airplane, a jumbo jet. And the only reason that he's the one is because at the start of the movie, you see him playing Microsoft Flight Simulator. Nope, that's not the secret word for this one, HBK. Again, that's what you're looking for, is the secret word down at the bottom. I'm not going to tell you what the 5 words are for a while yet. I'm just going to keep talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, he's a good actor. He's not a great actor. He's done a couple of TV series. He's done a couple of movies I like, without suspending my belief of anything. I just actually got done watching one of his. It was another hokey one. But it was like the actors were a little better. And the storyline wasn't that as cliche. It was still cliche, but it wasn't as cliche. I can't think of the name of it now. I have to go find his name so I can get you guys to watch it and like telling how much fun he is to watch in these silly movies. What else is on tap before we get started tonight? Like I said, I'm waiting to see how many people are going to be jumping on the channel. Right now it says peak concurrent is 2. I know HBK is here. I know Turtle is here. So that's it at the moment. I am working on a game called Perfection. And it is basically a true-false game. That's all there is to it, is true-false. I'm trying to figure out how to make it viable on the computer without me pulling my hair out, what little I have left. No, actually, I'm one of the guys that are not going bald. Right, Ron? On air. But yeah, I'm going to be going out tomorrow. I'm going to the toy show tomorrow. Told you guys that a million times. To pick up probably the last of the big prizes for the 3 days of the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. So again, if you know anybody that likes game shows, please tell them to drop by. I still think there's something off with my stream. And the reason I say that is, as you guys know, I have been here pretty much every day except like 2 or 3. And I still get people saying they can't find me on the PlayStation page. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if that's affecting the numbers, if it's just nobody's caring anymore. It's all possible. You never know. I may just be that damn boring. The game shows may be that damn boring. I hope not, but you never, ever, ever know. See, it's what you call self-deprivation. Self-deprivation always works. Because I was almost tempted one day just to jump back over to Ustream and see what kind of viewers I got. But I'm not going to do that. I changed my mind at the last minute simply because I did not want to put up with the trolls. I did not want to put up with the trolls, did not want to put up with the ads. I've been adding timers to the games to get them going at a quicker pace, which I cannot do with Ustream because of the ads. And the funny thing is, they want the viewers to pay for the ads, not the broadcasters. I have yet to figure out the logic on that one. That one I have yet to figure the logic out on. Let's see, what else has been going on? Well, I appreciate it, Turtle. Sometimes you never know. Like I said, I've been trying to figure out why the numbers are bottoming out lately, but all that means is fewer people get more prizes. Just ask Emery's, like I said. Or ask Mongoose, whose package went out a 15... Was it? I think I marked it as a $20 package. Cost like $47 for shipping. Oh well, what can you do? But yeah, guys, because I know I've sent everybody that's gotten a prize messages. Please make sure you post, you share, you spread. Let everybody know I do send the stuff out. I don't want people saying I just make it up and I never send anything out. If you got an Instagram account, that's the best place to put it. If you got an Instagram account, let me know so I can add you to mine so I can see what you're posting and stuff. I don't do Facebook that often anymore. It's turned into Ustream in text format. That's what it ends up turning into sometimes. Like I said, just ask Emery's. Funny thing was, Emery's package was the biggest. And I think it was like his was a grand total like $11 shipping. The Canada ones were $14 to $15 shipping minimum, and the one to the UK was the $40 shipping, which was actually cheaper than what UPS wanted to charge me. UPS was wanting to charge me like $100 and something to ship, and I'm like, not happening. No way, no how, never. We're going to give this about another 5 minutes on the still acrostics or anacrostics or whatever you want to call it. Like I said, I'm just doing some change ups on the pregame stuff. A, because I haven't put any together anymore. What's my line games? B, I got some of this stuff that's just been sitting out there and I'm never going to seem to be able to get to. So I'm kind of adjusting it for pregame stuff. Oh, come on, Turtle! You need Instagram. I do have a Facebook account. I just don't get on it that often. I think everything that is on my Listwood's Facebook account is just ads because I don't post anything on it. I really need to, but I don't do it. Just to see if that helps improve things on the broadcast format or on the broadcast side. You never know. That and my camera is my camera phone. This piece of junk is starting to tick me off. The last update the Instagram page did on my phone was Monday, because I think they were doing Middle Finger Monday photos. And I got Nerdy's Middle Finger Monday photo, and I can't get anything after that to come up. So I am not happy. And it makes zero sense, because I'm on the PlayStation channel, I'm on the computer, I'm on this computer. See, I thought I had a Snapchat one, but I don't. What I'm wanting to do, and this is going to be like one of my long-range plans, because I can't do it with this computer. And this computer doesn't have Microsoft Office on it. Oh, that was the other fun thing I learned this week. I want to put Skype on because I plan on doing the video conference for a game show or two to see if it works. That'll be one of those test broadcasts. And I will warn you guys when it happens, when it is a test broadcast. But that was the other fun thing I learned. If you do something in Microsoft, okay, and you know we all hate Microsoft almost as much as we all hate Apple, and you load it up on the Openoffice software, which is basically the exact same software just with some stuff taken out of it.
I got Twitter, but I get on it once every 6 months, LOL.
That's me. I haven't been on my Twitter account in eternity. I took the Vault page because it's like pretty much a one-page thing. And I loaded it up in Openoffice. And the way it's set up in Microsoft is you can turn on or off the visibilities for each item. Well, I have them turned off on the slide so I don't make you guys use the same combination numbers over and over. Well, I load it up in Openoffice, and the invisible ones don't show up. That's fine. But I figure I'm testing to see if Openoffice will work. You can't re-visibilize something that you've loaded that's already been made invisible on another software. It is that bad. So it's like everything I thought I was going to transfer over to Openoffice. If I transfer it to Openoffice, it's like that's weeks and months worth of work. So what I may end up doing is I may just be going and buying the Microsoft Office suite and putting it on this other computer. I don't want to, but that's what it's looking like I'm leaning towards. That's if I don't go get my desktop repaired, because it's a cheap old desktop, and get the Microsoft Office put on it. But yeah, I learned that this week, that Openoffice is miserable at importing stuff. And it's a lot more complicated the way it's laid out. I will say that too. You would think simplicity would be the name of the game. It's Openoffice. They want everybody to use it. Simple and effective, and it does everything Microsoft Office, Apple, where all the other ones do. Not even close. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are down to 4 minutes left. And with that, we're going to reveal one of the 5 words every minute according to my timer. And that'll give you guys a chance to try to guess what the secret word is.
And don't office space it, LOL.
And if I don't office space it. Well, see, here's the worst thing. I bought the computer. It's like it's a secondhand computer shop. That's all they do. They go to offices. They buy secondhand computers that nobody's using. They refurb them. They clean them up, refurb them, ship them back, or sell them back to people. And that's not so bad. That is not so bad. What is so bad is I had it for like 8 to 9 months. And all I did on it was main games. I have like a huge collection of main games on one of my hard drives. I got main, C64, Nintendo, Atari, Amiga, you name it. And if I could find a ROM for it, I used it. Well, 6 to 8 months in, red light comes on. That's all it'll do. It'll start to boot. Red, or you turn it off, let it set, you turn it back on, about 10 seconds on, the red light on the motherboard light, I think it's the motherboard light, just goes blink and it dies. So it's sitting under my chair upstairs because I have not taken it in to get them to take a look at it. because it's almost cheaper for me to go to them and say, I just need a new one or another refurb one, because they sell them for like $170, $150 to $170 or something like that. But it did well while it lasted. So it's like, that's what I'm trying to decide on, is whether or not I'm just going to trash it or whether or not I'm going to go see if they can repair it. But like I said, it's been sitting under my chair for ages now, simply because I don't go that direction all that often. It's like on the other side of the main highway, and that's the one reason I don't do it. It's probably the only reason I don't do it, because if it was between me and the office, I would do it on my way home or do it on my way in. But things just never work out that way. It's like, you ever notice that all the stuff you may want to do is like you have to go out of your way to get to. Unlike my toy show tomorrow, which is like right there. All right. So the first word off the board is disbelief. Let's see. What are we going to use for this second word to come off the board?
Dang, I want for the price, LOL.
Yeah, like I said, they sell them for like next to nothing. So it's almost like it's a throwaway. It's a throwaway. Because it doesn't come with much on it. It's like bare minimum, bare bones. But it's like, if you want it for basic working, it works. And like I said, I was running the main system on it with no flaws. I mean, absolutely no flaws. So it's like it did what it was supposed to do at the time. Oh, let's see. For the second word to come off the anacrostic list, the Egyptian love letter is... this board's screwed up. That is supposed to be hieroglyphic. This board is screwed up. See, that's what I said. I didn't do any testing on this. I just threw it up there. Because it's not even erasing stuff it's supposed to be erasing.
Secret word, leave Garrett, LOL.
Well, with that, we're gonna blow this away because of that. The best witness is an acquitter. Sick in the morning is nausea. And definitely not a savant is someone who is incompetent. And the word we were looking for was handicraft. Unfortunately, the hieroglyphic and the nitroglycerin kind of screwed that one up. And because, like I said, I didn't test it. I didn't even go in and take a look at it to see if there was a bug to it. All right, guys. Let us see. I know Turtle's on the channel. Who else is on the channel that is interested in participating in tonight's game? And we shall see what happens depending on how many people I have that are interested in participating. Because like I said, I have not predetermined the game yet. And the reason is, like I said, I had no idea who was going to, how many people were going to actually show up tonight. But if I get some volunteers, I can pretty much, I'll narrow it down to a closed game between Turtle and someone. If I don't get any volunteers, I'll probably just throw the an open game up there, and we'll see what happens. So like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I am looking for volunteers. Right now I got one. So right now we are looking at an open game. All right, we got two. We'll see who else is in. Let's see. If I got two players, I got a whole bunch I can do with two players. It's a question of which ones I want to do with two players. So it may be a short night. It may just be a short night tonight. Let's see. I'm trying to decide here. I'm looking for one that's going to be easy to repair or easy to do another episode on. I like to have 3 for pressure luck, otherwise that one would be getting done. Because I got 2 players. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Alright, I think we're going to go... What am I going to go with? I'm kind of drawing it out a little to see who else is going, who else is on the channel and who else is interested in participating.
Try with 1 point at screen LOL.
Because like I said, I got a whole bunch of them I can do with just 2. I guess some I can't do. With 2. I got some that's got to be 3 or more. Tell you what, let's just go to the original. We're going to go to the one that got us started, because I know I can do those real easy. And we are going to run with Blockbusters. Why not? Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys know the rules. You know how it works. We're going to pick one number at random off the board. We will show you the letters. After we show you the letters, we will reveal the question. The question is worth the points that you do not know until after you answer the question. And there are 4 swaps, I think. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to start things off with the Blockbusters show. Tonight, no wham tonight, because like I said, I gotta have 3 for pressure luck. 3, I gotta have, like I said, it's my old tried and true fallback on everything. And who do I want to let have first choice? Do I have a coin around here? Probably not. And Turtle, toss came up to you. I'm going to let you choose the first number off the board. And while we let you choose the first number off the board, I'm going to slide off the screen for a second. As usual. See my coin for the night? I was using the whiteboard eraser for my coin. And since I am not really getting up and doing anything, I got to work on where I'm going to position the easel. That I do know, because the easel is not liking where I have it. Numero 6. And I don't even remember what the theme to this one is tonight. Because like I said, I just have them marked as episode 1, episode 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so forth. Notepad. Pen. There's my pen. Nope. Yep, that's my pen. We are looking for a GL. And the GL... Oh, hold on. Before I do that, I got to do one more thing. I just saw something I had to fix. Oh, come on. Jump to the back like you're supposed to. Give me a minute, guys. For whatever reason, this thing is... This thing is acting up. There we go. Sorry about that.
Garrett Lee bellowed out.
And here is the the GL question. What GL is the economic theory that states bad money drives out the good? What GL is the economic theory that states that bad money drives out good? And the timer starts now. Like I said, I don't even know if this is my hard board, my easy board. I'm hoping the timer's actually working. Like I said, I probably should have done more prep work today. I really should have. And what I will do is pull up my backup timer just in case.
Gresham Law.
That is correct, Turtle. It's indeed Gresham's Law. Gresham's Law. Oh, there goes the timer. Now it started working. And we go back to the board. And Turtle scores 15 on that one. All right, Turtle, that means it's your choice again.
Gresham 39S Law.
My pen's dying. Because like I said, I honestly don't know which board I actually picked. I do know it's not my Happy Days board because that's the only board that's actually labeled episode something dash Happy Days. But let's see, I've got some random ones. I got ones about female TV characters. I got the Happy Days one. I forget what the other one is. I only got like 3 that are themed right now. Because I want to work on the Christmas theme once, and I haven't gotten around to doing it yet. Alright, we have JFC. So we know this is a 3-word answer. And here is the question. This JFC wrote the Leather Stocking Tales. This JFC wrote the Leather Stocking Tales. Oh, and the timer. Start the timer, Mark. Start the timer. Well, at least we knew it worked on one board. That much we did know. This JFC wrote the Leather Stocking Tales. But yeah, the one I'm working on right now is, I was doing some of the Only Connect one, but that's one of those games I can't use till I get people on the channel.
Cooper.
And HBK is exactly correct. It is indeed James Fenimore Cooper. And that means HBK scores 5 on that one. And it is your choice, HBK. Yeah, I can't wait. It's almost like I'm going to be at Christmas tomorrow. I'm that excited about going to the toy show. Number 7, and we have HT. So our answer is a 2-word phrase. Is represented by HT, and here is the question. This HT was the victor in the War of the Roses. This HT was the victor in the War of the Roses. The one thing I do want to do with this, though, is I want to get it back down to 1-letter words. But I kind of hit a snag because I ran out of alphabet quizzes. I've got some, but I haven't used them yet because they were like ridiculously hard questions, even for me. Even when I'm reading them, and the site I read them on, it actually gives you multiple choice options, and I'm like, I have no clue. I'm guessing. This HT was the victor in the War of the Roses.
Henry Tudor.
Correct, Turtle. It was indeed Henry Tudor. The Tudor house became pretty much the force. And another 20 for you, puts you at 35. But again, the swats are still out there, so no score is ever safe. All right, Turtle, where would you like to go? See, I know the other thing I got to do when I do the broadcast, I got to make sure I do the friend notifications, because I've had people asking me, "Where's the broadcast?" And I'm like, "It's Listwitz. It's there." Turtle, HBK, Emery's, Bobby, few others have proved to me it shows up somewhere. Number 21, and we have a single word answer for this one. And we are looking for a word that starts with N. And the N is as follows. This N is the only nation with a non-rectangular, non-square national flag. This N is the only nation with a non-rectangular, non-square national flag. And I want some more wine. This Missouri wine ain't too bad. I'm not usually a red wine drinker. I prefer white. But the last couple of reds from these guys hasn't been that bad. Correct, Turtle. Indeed, it is Nepal. Nepal's flag is actually 2 triangles on top of one another. Don't know how they decided on that for their symbol, but that's what they agreed to. And we go back to the board, and another 10 points for Turtle on the board. All right, Turtle. Where would you like to go next? And with that, I think I'll get back on camera. Just because I know y'all miss my face. Yeah, right. They're like, no chocolate wine. The stores here don't sell it. If I go to the winery, I could probably find some. Because I think there's one that does actually make They either make a vanilla wine or a chocolate wine. I can't remember which.
I used the Nicole emblem on Destiny.
See, you can't come up with your own banner. You should be ashamed of yourself. See, but I've never played Destiny. It does not do it for me. Never did. I want my games in third-person view with the choice of jumping to first-person view. Number 23. And we have BB. So we're looking for a two-word phrase. And why is it not playing right? There we go. It would help if I took it off the pause function, wouldn't it?
You have Destiny sent a friend request.
All right, here is the BB question. John Augustus Roebling died while building this BB. John Augustus Roebling died while building this BB.
LOL, it was a charity donation to get the Nicole emblem.
Ah, okay. Now, like I said, I got one game I'm left waiting for. Well, two games officially. Uncharted and No Man's Sky. That's it. I get those and Fallout. I'm set for a very long time till something really interesting comes out and grabs my attention. And Final Fantasy does not count. Because Square Enix, I'm going to say this about you. If you do this BS about doing Final Fantasy in chapters, I'm done. I'm finished. I'm completed. There will be no Final Fantasy on my PS4. Indeed, it was the Brooklyn Bridge, Turtle. And he pulls up the first of the swaps. So no points for Turtle as he is already the leader of the game at the moment. But yeah, I heard a rumor, don't know if it's true or not, that they're going to episodicize, is that the word I'm looking for? Final Fantasy VII, the remake, or whatever they're doing. And I'm like,
Final Fantasy.
And I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. You do that, and your sales are going to do a nosedive. Plain and simple. See, I got into 9, 10, and 11, the multiplayer one. Those were my three that I did play a lot. I didn't do 11, didn't do 12, didn't do anything after that, simply because I got lost in the shuffle. I really did. It's like, okay, is 11 supposed to be about 10? Is it supposed to be after 10? And so on and so forth. All right, number 10 is WK. So we are looking for a two-word phrase. The first word will start with W. The second will start with K. And here is the question. This Russian WK best known works include Calm, number 357, and
Yes,
Pleasures, number 174. This Russian's WK. His best known works include Calm, number 357, and Pleasures, number 174. And here we are joking about lack of originality. See, it doesn't matter. It better gameplay or not. Everybody knows the story to 7, correct? Or they probably know the story to 7. You're going to now sell it off in chapters. Not going to work. It is not going to work. Yes, I know they want to make more money by selling more games. But people want... That's why Fallout works. Fallout is one big game. Bethesda gets it. Square Enix used to get it. Who's the other big one? Blizzard got it. People don't want piecemeal games. They don't. They want games that they can play, work their way through, side venture when they want to. Not when you tell them to. All right, timer ran out on that one. The correct answer was Vasily Kandinsky. He, like I said, we were joking about the Nepal flag. He's not really that original on his compositions, is he? So, no points for the WK, and coming off the board is 5 points. All right, Turtle, as you got the last one correct, you get the choice here. The guys that do In No Man's Sky, they get it. It's basically a mammoth game. Even the Uncharted guys get it. Yes, they sold Uncharted 1, Uncharted 2, Uncharted 3, but they're all different games. Who else am I trying to think of that does a big one? Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed has been done in chapters. From Assassin's 1, Assassin's 2, Assassin's Unity, what am I forgetting? Black Flag. They're all chapters, yes. But they are all games that can be played. They don't require the previous game. It helps. It's not episodic. It's not like you're going to jump in on Assassin's Creed 2 and not enjoy it because you didn't play Assassin's Creed 1. That's my concern when they do this with Final Fantasy. It really is. Number 18. And we are looking for an R. And here is the question. This R is the structure in a cell where protein synthesis occurs. This R is the structure in a cell where protein synthesis occurs. Well, see, I have picked up in my lifetime 2 games that they did chapter by chapter. One I loved. One was so bad it was fun. If you've ever played the hack games on the PS3, it's basically you're playing a pretend MMO. It's basically all you're playing. There are like 5 sections to the hack sequence.
They want to like Telltale and do episodic parts.
I know, that's it. You can't do that. Not with Final Fantasy. It won't work. If Final Fantasy was based on a TV game or TV show that did it, yes, okay, it would work. But that's not what Final Fantasy is based on. This R is the structure in a cell where protein synthesis occurs. And the timer is almost out again, guys. And the timer ran out once again. And we were looking for ribosome. Ribosome is the structure in a cell where protein synthesis occurs. All right, we're going to go back to the board. And 10 points are unscored. Yeah, you came in, HBK. You came in a little too late on that one. Just a hair too late. All right, Turtle. It is your choice again. See, the funny thing is, I've watched people playing the Game of Thrones game, and it's not great graphically, but it's not bad. Whereas when I played, what's the wolf game? I can't think of the. What's the wolf game? I'm drawing a blank. I'm drawing a blank now. It wasn't even designed to be a graphic brilliant. It was all designed to be cel-shaded sort of thing. And I thought it was fun. So Telltale, they've got the niche. They know what to do with that. I don't think anybody else is going to know what to do with that. All right. The letters for this clue are T-A-C. So we are looking for TAC, and here's the question. In this TAC, at the end, Pandarus bequeaths, that's the one, Wolf Among Us. I love, that was fun. In this TAC, at the end, Pandarus bequeaths his venereal diseases to the audience. Yes, he does. In this TAC, at the end, Pandarus bequeaths his venereal diseases to the audience. Because, yeah, I think I have the Wolf Among Us game somewhere. And I got that one, and somebody said, oh, you need to play The Walking Dead. And I'm like, not my kind of show, so probably not for me. Because I almost never buy games new. Fallout, I bought new. Madden, I bought new. I didn't even buy MLB till it was out for a while. I get suckered in on the NHL ones, but I always wait till like right before the new one comes out. So I never get burnt too bad on that. And I have no idea if I hit the timer on this one. Timer, there we go. Yeah, I'd already hit the timer, so you guys get an advantage and a few extra seconds on that one because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Oh, no videos. I don't want videos. Air China videos on my stopwatch. What the heck? Would you go away? There we go. What the hell is going on here? Alright, this is getting ridiculous. Don't need that many ads. I get like 7 ads in a row for Air China. Like, correct, HBK. Is indeed Troilus and Cressida. The Shakespearean play where Pandarus gives his VD to the audience. And with that, you score the swap. And that puts you in the lead now, HBK. 45-5. As you can see, they just come out anywhere. All right, HBK, it is your choice. Damn it. But yeah, if I time my money right, there'll be about 8 more of these guys tomorrow.
Greetings, Professor. Sucks. 5.
Hey, Mr. Hibiki and Al, how you doing tonight? Number 5. And we are looking for a Y. So we are looking for a one-word answer that starts with Y for this clue.
In waiting for the Wolf Among Us sequel.
Odin hung himself from this Y in order to give himself magic mastery. Odin hung himself from this Y in order to give himself magic mastery. They kept promising it. I don't think a sequel's coming. I really don't. I think because they did Wolf Among Us first, then they started on Game of Thrones, or not Game of Thrones, the Walking Dead one, and I think they were disappointedly surprised, if that's a way to say it, on how the sales did not go as well as they hoped. So I don't think a Wolf Among Us sequel is coming out. They may prove me wrong, because Telltale has done that before. I forget what was it. Before they did the Wolf Among Us, they did another one, and they kept promising I can't think of the name of it. And they kept promising a sequel, Correct, Turtle. It is indeed the Dragsa, the Great Tree of Life, I think is what it's called. And with that, you score 15 points to try to get your lead back. So that puts you at 20 points. And it is your choice, Turtle. Because I would honestly think a sequel to Wolf Among Us shouldn't take that long to make. And since it's not come out yet, I just don't think it will. I really don't.
Of course.
But yeah, like I said, I was putting off buying Lego Dimensions because I'm like, okay, I really want the Doctor Who stuff, and I'm like, I don't really need that game. Whereas Uncharted is probably the only game I have played that I was like, I had to buy. And unfortunately, all right, we are looking for an HS for this answer. So we're looking for a two-word phrase. First word will start with H. Second word will start with S. And the question is, this HS...
You're streaming through PS4, right?
Yes, I am, Al. This HS is the largest mosque in Istanbul and means holy wisdom in Greek. Yep, every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 7 o'clock through the PS4. It used to be 8 o'clock, but we moved it back to try to improve A, performance, B, attendance, and what was C? Performance, attendance, and there are certain people that broadcast late that I want to see that I haven't been able to watch. Because when we started at 8, it was like we couldn't get enough people on, so the games got delayed. Correct, Al. It is indeed Hagia Sophia. And Al is on the board with a full 25 right off the bat. Nicely done, Al. All right, Al, it is your choice. You get to pick one of the remaining numbers, and we will reveal that question for the board. But yeah, that's the reason I moved it back. A, Doctor Who got out of the way. B, like I said, the shows were running a lot longer than I had intended. So rather than running from 8 to 10, they'd end up running from like... I like that one. Civilization 5. Alright, The next question will be JRW. So we're looking for a 3-word answer. We'll start with J,
From AC Revelations, LOL.
R, and W. See, I remember that one from my history class. So that just shows you how old I am. Since 1977, the Basketball Writers Association, I don't know what the S is in there for, awards the best college player this award. Since 1977, the Basketball Writers Association awards the best college player the JRW award. That one's so badly written, I kind of have to read it off differently. Since 1977, the Basketball Writers Association awards the best college player in basketball the JRW award. See, that's the funny thing is, when they make fun of kids for playing video games, it's like, yes, they get tweaks on lessons in history and stuff, but it's amazing just how much history they actually do get. You would never have known about the Crusade. They may not have ever been interested in the Crusades, the Renaissance, the Reclamation, the American Revolution, Blackbeard. It's one of those things where video games are good for kids if they're done right. No, it's not saying go shoot up GTA, go shoot up every prostitute after you have sex with them in the car. But there are certain games that open the doors of knowledge. It's up to the parents and the kids to finish that book. Those are my kind of games. That's why I love the Uncharted ones. I love the Assassin's Creed ones. I haven't bought Order 1885, but I've heard it takes a lot from actual history.
John R. Wooden, such as Civ and Total War.
Correct, HBK. It is the John R. Wooden Award. And with that, you score a swap, but you're in the lead, so the swap does not do you any good. So there are no points for that one. So there is one more swap somewhere on the board. And HBK, it is your choice as to where we go next. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we have moved our hours back to 7 o'clock. So if you know anybody that is looking for List Wits, tell them we are here. We are on the PS4 from 7 o'clock till 9 or 9:30 usually. Sometimes it'll be shorter, sometimes it'll be longer. We're cutting it down to one game a night for that reason. We're trying to speed things up a little bit. Plus, like I said, when we get enough participants back in on a regular basis, which is one of the reasons I'm doing this, we went from usually having about
Sorry, fourth question, LOL11. Okay, I'll do it in top 5 since you told me to, LOL.
Ah! Number 11. So we are looking for a YC. And here is the question. Many of William Faulkner's works take place in this fictional YC, Mississippi location. Many of William Faulkner's works take place in this fictional YC, a Mississippi location. And the timer starts now. I just lost my train of thought. There was something about games in history. Dang it. But yeah, if a game can get a kid started on actually taking an interest in history, oh, cool, Leonardo da Vinci's inventions are actually cool. And maybe, hey, he'll go look some stuff up. And that's not to say there's anything wrong with the shoot 'em up bang bang games. We all played them. We all loved them. We all played Pac-Man. We all played Donkey Kong. Those had no educational qualities to them. But then you get in there and you go play those little trivia games that come up, the arcade machines. You played the historic... Oh, the Order 1885. That was the one I was on. Because I haven't gotten it yet. I've been waiting to get it because I know it's been criticized as being a short game. Supposedly, there are some historical facts that it uses. I don't know what they are because, again, I haven't played it. So I have no clue what it is.
I can't spell the Y word, but the C is country.
If you can come close, I give you... the spelling doesn't have to be exact. If you can come close so I can recognize it when I see it, it'll count, Al. Yeah, I do not get spelling specific on too many games. There are some exceptions.
I studied this earlier this year. The Y word is Native American. Yapapow or something.
I will give it to you because you are actually kind of close. It's actually Yoknapatawpha. I can't even say it anymore. Yoknapatawpha County. That is indeed the fictional county that Faulkner created for most of his works. And indeed, it is Native American. And that one scored you 5 more points, Al. So you are now at 30. You are 15 behind HBK. You are 10 ahead of Turtle. And it is your choice. Again, there are some...
You should have gotten it a week or two ago. It was in the PSN store for 1-0.
See, I haven't... Here's my problem with PSN store stuff. I end up buying a lot of little games that start chewing up my disk space. I still have on there Citizens of Earth that I haven't finished. And before Fallout 4 came out... Yep, that's the one, based exactly on it. Before Fallout 4 came out, I was going to actually go back and finish Citizens of Earth. Well, I got delayed. And Fallout 4 got in my hands. And it's like, Citizens of Earth is just sitting there chewing up my disk space.
1-9.
But then I got mad at Arkham Asylum. Because for whatever reason, my disk is dead for Arkham Asylum. I don't know why. It's just croaked. So I had about 50 megs of space, or 50 gigs, because it basically takes gigs. And I have whined and bitched about this on air a million times. This is a PS4, ladies and gentlemen. This is 2015. You should not be making games that require 50 gigs of hard space on your PS4 console or your Xbox console or anything of that sort. It should never, ever happen. That's what a Blu-ray is for. Alright, we have an O. So we are looking for a one-word answer that starts with an O. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your question. This O period of the Paleozoic era is said to be when the earliest fish appeared. This O period of the Paleozoic era is said to be when the earliest fish appeared. And the timer starts now. I basically had to wipe all the system save data from my Batman game off because I can't use the disc. And then I got to looking, and Madden uses like 25 gigs. MLB uses 28 gigs or something like that. And I'm thinking...
50 gigs on this slow.
Exactly. It's like, could you imagine if you didn't have 500 gigs on the drive to start with? I think it's 500, right? I can't remember how many are on the PS4 drive off the top of my head. It's like nobody would be able to play the game. Nobody. This is Blu-ray. This is as fast as reading a hard drive. But they still want to write to the hard drive. It's one of those things, believe it or not, it's one of those things I now look for when I buy a game. If I don't really need it or really want it, if it takes more than if it takes more than like 4 gigs of hard drive space, I don't buy it. Correct, HBK. It is indeed Ordovician, I think. I forget how to pronounce this again. I put so many in there I can spell, I can read, I can say them when I'm spelling them, but I can't say them when I'm on air. It's just like, ugh. And with that, HBK adds another 15 to his score to put him at 60. But there is still one swap left, HBK, so you still got some panicking. Plus, there's quite a few points still out there. I know there's at least another 20. There's a couple more 10s. And I don't know what else is out there, but I do know that swap is still out there. All right, HBK, it is your choice. I don't want to go to China. Why do I get Air China ads? I have no plans on going to Beijing or Peking or Susing or any of those places. I know, bad Chinese joke. I apologize.
To my score, you mean LOL.
All right, number 3. We are looking for an H. So we are looking for a one-word answer. This starts with H. And here's the question. Which H family held the crown of the Holy Roman Empire from 1453 until its 1806 dissolution? I can't even speak the normal words today. Which H family held the crown of the Holy Roman Empire from 1453 until its 1806 dissolution? And the timer starts now. See, if I say it, I'll remember I've done it. I got to remember to do that on all of them. But yeah, like I said, guys, for those of you that are new to the channel, those of you that are just watching and lurking in there, which is always possible, we try to be here every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 o'clock.
Maybe China is giving you clues to find him, LOL.
Maybe. We are here Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays starting at 7 o'clock, providing there is no act of God, act of work, or act of wife that prevents us broadcasting. For those of you that were with us on Tuesday, act of work hit. So the Tuesday show was kind of like a disaster. It is still up on the YouTube page for those of you that want to look. But about the only thing it includes is the walls, the pregame stuff. I was getting ready to close it out and start the broadcast when work emergency hit, and it kind of set me back like 7 hours. I was basically up 7 hours working on a problem. So I was like totally exhausted. But yes, for those of you that do not know, the 22nd, 23rd, 24th is our next 3-day minor giveaway. And basically what it will be is because I work all 3 days, we're going to try to do one major game every day. Correct, John. It is indeed the Habsburgs. And with that, John has jumped on the board. And let's see what he's jumped on the board with. For 10 points. So John is on the board with 10. So whenever you're ready, John, you pick the next number, and we will reveal the letters and the question for that one. The plan is to run some close games. So what it will be is game 1 may be Jeopardy, which would be 3 players only. The next day would probably be something to the effect of...
It was the Hogan's LOL.
Friends, if I do Greed, it's 5 players. If I do What's My Line, it's 8 players. If you win day 1, you will have your first choice of 4 possible prizes. At that point, you are no longer eligible to win a major prize. So it's basically 3 different people will be winning. That's my plan. But again, right now, the 2 prizes that we have, standard retail value, we are at $130, I think, for 3 prizes. Plus, I got one that I'm definitely picking up tomorrow. If the vendor is there. If the vendor's not there, I have to, shuffle around and come up with some new ideas. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for an M, and this is a one-word answer. Starts with M. The city of M was founded by the Spanish at the mouth of the Rio de la Plata and is the capital of Uruguay. Well, I appreciate it, Al. We have actually been doing these kind of broadcasts since April 23rd. April 23rd, we did the 24-hour stream, which I wish I had saved, but I didn't. I think was in July, late July. And then Prize Week, which was like a week of nothing but game shows and prizes that just went out to everybody. Except for one person. I've still got his sitting up here. That was the week, that was like my birthday week. That was like my present was giving away stuff.
Montevideo.
Correct. And Al is the first one in with that one. And with that, Al scores another 15. And he closes in on you on first place, HBK. He hasn't caught you yet, but he's getting there.
Montevideo.
So, Al, it is your choice wherever you go. We actually do give away prizes constantly. Like I said, this past November during my birthday week, and HBK and Turtle can both verify it because they just got done receiving, said they received theirs. We give away basically collectibles, goodies, just whatever I see that I like, I buy because I like them and then I give them away. So it's like there are some things that are like little teeny tiny things, and then there are some things that are like really big. For those of you that are new to the channel, I will show you a couple of those in a second, especially some of the items that are going out the week of the 3 days. Number 20. All right, we are looking for a one-word answer, and this one will start with a C. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is your C question. Poland's Kazimierz Pulaski created one of the first of these C's for George Washington. Poland's Kazimierz Pulaski created one of the first of these C's for George Washington. And while I'm waiting for the answer, just to show you, again, on the 22nd through the 24th,
LOL.
and I will just use this one as the example for the moment. This will be one of the items that does probably will be given away, because I almost guarantee you, I know one person has said if they win, they're coming after this. Oh, I heard the correct answer. Let's see who got it first. And Al nails it first. Was indeed Casimir Pulaski created one of the first cavalries for George Washington. And with that, we go back to the board. And Al scores another 10. So Al is 5 points behind the leader, so he's getting close. But again, don't forget, guys, there is one more swap up there. So Al, it is your choice as to where you want to go. But before you choose, again, and like I said, this is just one of them. It's basically the Serenity Yahtzee game.
Civilization.
It's one of those things that I saw it, I loved it, I bought it, and now I'm giving it away before it even gets open. But sometimes, just so you guys know, sometimes they're just like, there are certain games we do with small prizes. Cheesecake! Alright, so this one will be a 2-word answer. It starts with FG. And before, I'll do that question first, then do the prize thing. And here is the question. This FG hero was created by Alex Raymond. Uh-oh. I don't have the answer written down, so... that's a good question. This FG hero was created by Alex Raymond.
Flash Gordon.
Correct, John. It was indeed. I remembered it right as I was reading it. It was indeed Flash Gordon. Was created by Alex Raymond. And with that, we go to the board. And John scores 5 for his total to bring him up to 15.
Flash Gordon.
And like I said, sometimes I do. Sometimes I give away small ones. Like, for instance, I already gave away the Yoda, the little plush Yoda. I still got R2-D2 sitting out there waiting to go. And then sometimes I just give away stuff I find, collectible stuffs. I don't even know why I bought this to give it away. It's just like it was there. I loved the Lone Ranger. So I picked him up. And now that I picked him up, I'm like, okay, I'm giving him to somebody. I don't know who yet. Just haven't decided on when I'm going to put those back in the prize pile. All right, John, it is your choice. Number 16. All right, here is the question, the letters. And we're looking for a D. So we're looking for a one-word answer that starts with D. And here is the question. Alchiringa is better known as this D when talking about Aboriginal myths and legends.
Star Trek LOL. I need R2-D2 to go with my other one.
That's right, you got Yoda, didn't you? HBK got Yoda. And the funny thing was, because I'm watching Heroes stream, and Heroes pulls out his Yoda and just starts pressing the buttons on while he's on broadcasting instead of working on his Lego TIE Fighter. And I'm like, I am so trying to. It is not dream time this time, John. I knew that one was going to catch somebody. And it is not Dingo. Alchiringa is better known as this D when talking about Aboriginal myths and legends. I will tell you this. This is one where I got to be a little more specific. Normally, Dreamtime I would take it, but not in this case because it's a specific word. But yeah, it was funny because I'm sitting there like, I know I sent Yoda out to somebody, and it just so happens Heroes had it on his screen. Nope, it's not Didgeridoo. It's not Jabber. I'm not even sure how to say that one. Jagurba. Is that close? I'm hoping I'm close. But yeah, I have decided every toy buy I ever go buy, I buy stuff for me, and then I go buy stuff for other people for giveaways. And again, for those of you that worry, if you're watching from Europe, I do ship to Europe. I just sent out one package yesterday. It's on its way to Essex, actually. And I never started the timer, did I? I never started the timer. Damn it. I guess that means you guys get a few extra seconds on this one. Actually, I'll start the timer now. I wasn't paying attention. I missed the timer button. Normally, just so you guys know, because we've jumped to YouTube, it's question gets read once or twice, and then a 90-second timer starts. Because I know YouTube is about 10 seconds behind, give or take, at least on my I get the Air China ad again. I think they're trying to tell me something. I just don't know what. And it's basically my online stop clock is all it is, and I don't know why it's doing that. But I just lost what I was saying. Oh yeah, the timer thing. I know Ustream is at least according to my PC about 10 seconds behind. And basically my plan was to get all the games time-based to about a 90-second window, give or take. Would that be Doomkopf for John Cena? Because it's the one thing I always hated about Ustream, even though it killed the number of viewers, obviously. All right, the timer has buzzed. The actual answer, John, you were close, but Al Chiringa is not Dreamtime. It's actually the astral dreamland. It's the actual astral dreamland when they go into Dreamtime. That was when I couldn't take Dreamtime for it, even though it was close. All right, so 5 points come off the board, no score. And John, it is your choice again. And again, we are down to 5 questions. I believe there's one more swap up here, because I don't think I changed it from 4 to 3. I hope I didn't. Because if I did, I didn't write myself any notes.
Maybe from bubbles to vacation in China, LOL.
No, she's already done a China trip, and she basically said her time was all spent in lab work, for the most part, but she wouldn't recommend it. At least that's what she implied to me some time ago. She's done the China trip. I've done the England trip. We both went to Canada. I'm trying to think of where else have we gone. And I think that's it for outside of the borders. I think that's it outside the U.S. borders. Number 13. All right, we are looking for an NC. So the first word will start with N. The second word will start with C. And here is the question. Which NC is credited for the quote, "I believe it is peace for our time"? Which NC is credited for the quote, "I believe it is peace for our time"? And the timer starts now. I remembered this time.
Canada is amazing. I went to Whistler twice in BC.
Let's see. I would not recommend going to Montreal. No offense to any Canadians. If you're an American, I would not recommend that. Now, if you want to go to Toronto, I say go for it. You want to go to Ottawa? That's a definite go for it. Montreal, Nope. Nope.
Nacho cheese.
And Al was the first one in with it. Indeed, Al, it was indeed the quote, from Neville Chamberlain. And he got him in a world of trouble when he said it, too. Or at least after the fact. And the NC is worth 10 points. And with that, Al has jumped into the lead. So, Al, now you're the one that has to hope the swap doesn't come up. Because if the swap comes up and you're not the one that answers it, they get your points, you get their points. So, Al, it is your choice. We're down to 4 questions. Where would you like to go? See, I actually had nacho cheese for dinner. Bubbles made nachos and beans and rice and no, actually there was no rice in it. That's what was missing. I was sitting there trying to figure out what was missing from dinner.
2.
Number 2. All right. Here is the number 2 question. We are looking for a 3-word answer that starts with D-E-L. So first word will be D, second word E, third word L. And here is the question. This DEL was the first chairman of the United States Atomic Energy Commission in 1946. This DEL was the first chairman of the United States Atomic Energy Commission in 1946. And the timer starts now. See, as you can tell, Bubbles is actually watching or listening. I'm not sure which. And I'm going for another glass of wine. It's like the first bottle I haven't finished in one night. Because I think I opened this like...
David Ellie Lilienthal.
I heard the right answer. I got to see who came up with it first. So give me 1 second. Oh, and the first one to it is... Oh, I saw it twice. Okay. I will give you the E for the initial, John, because officially it counts. It is indeed David Eli Lilienthal. And it is 5 points to John on that one. And John, it is your choice. Where would you like to go? Like I said, I don't think this is the board. I dropped it from 4 to 3. So I think there is still one up there. I just don't know where. And that's one of the things I try to do on the scoreboards games is I try to delay broadcasting them so I don't give away anything by accident, which I have been known to do on ones that I've like just put together and give out. Alright, so we are looking for a one-word answer that starts with C. And here is the question. Saint Bernard of Clairvaux invoked the second of these C. Saint Bernard of Clairvaux invoked the second of these C. But yeah, it's like it's one of the hardest things I have to do when I'm doing a test game, which are like pretty much my Tuesday night games. Correct, John. It was indeed the Crusades. Saint Bernard of Clairvaux invoked the second of the Crusades. When I do the test games, because usually I'm like just getting done working on the board, so it's like I've got all the answers in my head. And it's like when I run the test games, it's like I will sit there and I will accidentally say some of the answers while I'm broadcasting. And it's like, if nobody notices, I'm sitting there like Shut up. Shut up, this ain't fan. Shut up. Don't say a word. And John scores another 20 to put him at 40 points. So right now, Al is in the lead with 65.
LOL, I spell it wrong.
HBK is at 60.
Chicken wins to everyone, LOL.
John is at 40. And Truth is bringing up the rear at 20. And that's saying something. When you guys beat Emery or Turtle, that's saying something. Because they're like two of my regulars, along with HBK.
Two.
And they're usually like, it's usually a two-man race between them for most of them. Number 22. All right, we are looking for an S word. So this is a one-word answer that starts with the letter S. And here is the question. This S is the brightest star in the northern celestial hemisphere. This S is the brightest star in the northern celestial hemisphere. And your timer starts now. Because of my regulars, let's see. HBK, Turtle, Emery's, Kimber. When I first started, nobody wanted to take Kimber on because she was just that fast when it came to doing the quizzes. And then Thug, when he was coming in, was a big challenge. And Al just beat you on that one, John, by about a tenth of a second. 20, 45. Yeah, because it's usually like a tenth of a second on the system. And number 22 is the swap.
Boy Scouts bailing me out.
The swap. You saved yourself, Al. So that means we got one question left for the game tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Number 9. So here's how it works. We've got the 4 swaps off the board. If number 9 turns out to be, all right, HBK, Al, and John. This question will be, I will only take the answers from you 3 because I know the largest it could be is 25. If Al gets it, Al wins the game. If HBK gets it, he wants it to be more than 5 points. If John gets it, he wants it to be 25 points. And I will be honest with you, I have no idea what it is. I know 25 is the largest score on this. I do not know if I have 1 or 2 25s up here, just to let you know. So Al is hoping he gets it. You are behind, dude. You're behind by 45 points. You got your butt kicked tonight. That's all I'm going to say. You got your butt kicked tonight, Turtle. And I don't get to say that often. So basically, Al is hoping Al gets it right or John gets it right and it's less than 25 because I know it's worth at least 5 points. So if HBK gets it, it's a tie. And unfortunately, I do not have a tiebreaker set up for this board. Which means what's going to happen is you're both going to get a shot at the vault. If HBK gets it and it's 5 points. All right. I will explain all that in a minute.
I want it to be 5 points, LOL.
Here is question number 9, number 25 of the board. It is MFL. So again, I will only take an answer from HBK, Al, or John on this question. Because again, I know there's no swaps left. And again, I do not know if there's a multiple 25 on there. Hey, Emery's, how we doing? No, actually, it's a close game because we're down to the last question, and there are only 3 possible winners. This has been an open game, actually, for the most part. All right, so here is the question. MFL won the Oscar for Best Picture in 1964. MFL won the Oscar for Best Picture in 1964. And the timer starts now. No, because like I said, I got John at 40.
My Fair Lady.
And John got it. John got it correct. All right, so here's what it's going to be. If it's less than 25 points, Al wins the game. If it's a 25-point question, we have a tie, and I got 2 people that get a shot at the vault. Okay? So, let us see how many points it is worth. It is worth 20 points. So close. I had a feeling that's what it was. And with that, Al has won the Blockbuster game tonight. Oh, that was close. That is probably the closest I've had on a Blockbuster game, with the exception of the game where the last piece chosen was the swap. And I didn't tell people how many swaps were actually on the board on that one. All right, Al, congratulations. No shit in the hostess computer. Oh, that was close. I have games that end up doing that very often, where they come out to like a 5 or 10 point difference. All right, so Al, I want you to hold on for 1 minute because we got to get you to the vault. This is your chance to actually win the prize that we stick in the vault. And basically what it is you're going to see a bunch of numbers show up in a row. It's basically you'll have 1 row of numbers, 2 row of numbers, 4 rows of numbers. You're going to choose one number on each row to be a combination. So you're basically going to put together a 4-digit combination is what you're going to do. But to make it easier for you, because you won the game, one number is automatically coming off even before you guess. I'm going to read you off 3 trivia questions. You have to give me the answers of those 3 trivia questions in order within a 90-second window. So there is no ifs, ands, or buts on the time. If you don't give me the 3 answers in 90 seconds, you don't win. You have to give them to me in the exact order. So if you don't know one, you have to tell me you're passing. So for instance, if the 3 questions were, what's the first letter of the alphabet, who was the first president of the United States, and what's the first element on the periodic chart, you would have to give me A, Washington, and hydrogen in that order. If you leave one off, I assume the first thing you type is the answer to the first question. So with those 3 questions, if you had said Washington and hydrogen, you wouldn't get any of them right, because I would assume you were saying the first letter is Washington, the first president is hydrogen. And you didn't give me an answer to the 3rd question. So, I have to go open the trivia questions. This takes a couple of moments because all my files are kind of like jam-packed, and I have to find the category. 99 times out of 100, these questions are harder than normal. That 1 time out of 100, you will get people that just they blank out. Turtle blanked out last week when he tried it on the Robin Hood question. It was an easy question as could be, and he just drew a blank on one of them. So let me see what and I just picked one file at random. I don't know if it's a middle school set. I don't know if it's a high school set. I don't know if it's a college set. And I just go through until I find the first set of categories.
Come over here.
But yeah, it was funny because they were two of the three questions were easy as could be. As soon as Turtle hit enter, the next thing I see is like, oh, blank, because he knew he got one of them wrong. It just depends on what comes up. I gotta see what. Okay. All right. I'm going to give you the category first and foremost. The category.
Get who was Pope in 567, who was his shoemaker's name, LOL. Sherwood Forest, by the way, Turtle. LOL.
The category for you, Al, is medical history. And I just go by what's in the file, so. The category is medical history. Now again, I will read the questions through one time for you. I will read them through a second time. After I finish the third question the second time, I start the timer. At that point you have and I will say timer has started now. That's the point you have 90 seconds with which to give me your answer. Okay? I do not repeat the questions. Just so you know after the second one. Here is question number 1. A body has 12 canals related to vital organs. Puncturing the canals with small needles permits the escape of bad secretions and restores the body's overall equilibrium. To what medical procedure was Shen Nung referring in this passage, written in 2700 BC? That's question number 1. Question number 2. Who, along with Jules Francois Joubert, noted that anthrax bacilli failed to grow if cultures became contaminated with airborne molds, and believed this observation might have significant therapeutic implications? And question number 3. Which technique enabled scientists in the 1800s to identify cell organelles? So those are your 3 questions. Number 1. So this is the second reading. After I read them the second time, that will be it. A body has 12 canals related to vital organs. Puncturing the canals with small needles permits the escape of bad secretions and restores the body's overall equilibrium. To what medical procedure was Shen Nung referring in this passage, written in 2700 BC? Question number 2. Who, along with Jules Francois Joubert, noted that anthrax bacilli failed to grow if cultures became contaminated with airborne molds, and believed this observation might have significant therapeutic implications? Question number 3. Which technique enabled scientists in the 1800s to identify cell organelles? Those are your 3 questions. And your timer starts now. The sign tonight, Emery's, basically says, if vegetarian food is so tasty, why do the vegetarians make meat-flavored substitutes? If your food's so good, why do you want it to taste like mine? You don't seem beef-flavored pork, do ya? Would you go away? Bloody Air China. I know, I got to figure out how I'm going to get the easel board to show up better. I'm still working on that. I'm thinking I'm going to like add a second object. I got that line from a comedian when we went to the Libertarian Convention in St. Louis here. I've actually used, he's hilarious as can be. If you get a chance, go listen to Tim Slagle. Completely un-PC, and he's absolutely hilarious. All right, Al, you're down to 20 seconds. But yeah, I've stolen, borrowed some of his lines for the board. But I always give him credit because I find him funny. All right, there's your buzzer. You heard the bell. Al, I need your 3 answers. That's weird because it never did the ring-a-ding.
Fleming, cell staining. 1. Clipping toenails. 2. Watching a meteor shower. 3.
All right.
Making pork sandwiches.
Al, you got 2 of the 3 correct. Indeed, the first one, acupuncture, was indeed the procedure written by Shane Nung in 2700 BC. The anthrax bacillia was not actually noted by Fleming, but rather by Louis Pasteur. And cell staining was indeed the technique that enabled scientists to study cell organelles. So you got 2 of the 3, which means with this vault, we're taking 3 numbers off the vault. So we're going to reveal the vault for you to start with, just so you can see what I'm referring to. And as you can see, the row at the top is the first number in the combination. The row in the second, the blue row, is the second number. The third row is the third number. And the fourth row, the green one, will be the 4th number. Again, you will only give me the numbers. Yeah, but he was, but he did know he was the scientist that noticed the mold in the anthrax. That's what got him started, in part, on pasteurization. All right, so we're going to pull 3 numbers off your board, or off the vault. I got to write them down which 3 I'm taking off, just so I can remove them permanently afterwards. Let's see, we got 6 in the top, 6 in the second. All right. All right, so with this, we take numbers off the rows that have the most numbers in them usually. In this case, we're removing the 9, so we know there is no 9 as the first number. We also know the 7 is not the second number, and we know that the 0 is not the last number.
Can I send you a friend request?
So Al, you just have to give me a 4-digit number of the numbers that are on the board. And I gotta find my booing symbol. Where's my booer? There it is. So again, the first number will be one of those 5 numbers in the top row. The second number will be one of those numbers in the blue row. The third number will be one of the white ones. And the 4th number will be one of the green numbers.
So I just guess? Or is there a pattern?
It is just basically a 4-digit number. There may or may not be a pattern. It's basically you win the game because I don't give a prize out with every game. I give you a chance to win the prize. It is basically, I have something already back behind me that I give away to the first person that guesses the vault. But the only way you get a guess at the vault is if you win the game, win the primary game. You win the primary game, or if you can guess the 4-letter word that's over here in the little menu box. And basically what we do is if you get the 4-letter word right,
one from each column,
one from each row. If you get the 4-letter word right, you get a free guess at the vault. But we don't take any of the numbers off. That's what that 4-letter word has been sitting up there forever for. Because I think this is actually the hardest one I've ever done.
You mean row, right?
Yes, per row. Alright, you're going to go with 4298. If 4298 is the combination to the vault, you win the prize, no ifs, ands, or buts. If not, it stays in the vault. You had a shot at it, and we leave it in there for the next game. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Case of shove up invalid LOL.
What did we say it was? I gotta make sure I got the number right. 4298. Is 4298 the combination for the vault?
Yes, Rose, sorry. Drum roll. Save, I need your Facebook page. Can you message me?
Nope, it is not 4298. So the vault remains closed for another episode at least. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Listwits for this evening. I want to thank you guys for being with us. We are here we try to be here every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 7 o'clock. We have a variety of game shows that we basically run through. If you love anything from the 70s or 80s, if you like UK or US shows or Australian shows, we've got something for you, or we try to.
Can you still guess the 4-letter word?
Yep, you can still guess the 4-letter word. Yeah, Bobby, I will send it to you. Like I said, the Listwits page, I don't update that much like I should. But look up Listwits on Facebook, because that's what it's under.
Have a great night, everyone. Saint, see you soon.
All right, Emery's, have yourself a good one, sir. But yeah, like I said, if you guess the 4-letter word, you basically get a shot at the vault. We just don't take any of the numbers off. And the reason is, even though this one has been up for a while, if there's some easy ones that pop up, 2 or 3 could come off in a sequence.
Professor. It is always fun when you are around.
Nope, it is not base, but that is a good guess. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 9 o'clock. So we have this Blockbuster show ran 2 hours pretty much exactly, which is actually a good thing, because that's what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for a 2-hour window, give or take a couple of minutes.
I did look it up. Found nothing.
It's not there anymore? Hold on. It's got to be there. It's got to be there, unless somebody wiped it. I don't know why they would have. Give me 1 minute, Bobby. Let me take a look. Yeah, it's there, Bobby. It's list space wits. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, I want to thank you guys for being here on List Wits. Can't even get on camera with the shirt. Duh. It is fun as always when we get a lot of people on.
Toast.
Nope, it is not toast either. And again, just so you know, I do not change it. I have it actually written down right there. So when somebody gets it, there's the proof. Because somebody accused me of changing it one day when they guessed pretty much every combination they could think of for another one.
39, dose 392.
And it did not work. Nope, it is not dose either. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up. I want to thank you guys for being here. Those of you that are new to the channel, I hope you enjoyed it. Those of you that sat around and lurked and didn't respond, please do not be afraid to respond. We have fun. We try to test your knowledge a little. We try to give you categories that everybody knows a little something about. Tonight was the Blockbusters game. Tuesday night will be a test night. I am hoping to get 4 people here Tuesday at 7 p.m. The plan is to test the Russian roulette game. That's the plan. But ladies and gentlemen, with that, as always, making choices in life
I can't find it, buddy.
is the easiest thing to do. I'll tell you what, Bobby. I will send it to you. I'll send you the link on my PSN after I get off. Because, yeah, like I said, I'm looking at it right now. So I'm not sure what's going on. Making choices in life is the easiest thing to do. Making the right choice and standing by your choice is very often the hardest, but most important and most proper thing to do. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, I am the Mad Hatter. I am Professor von Quizzlestein, and we will see you Tuesday night at 7 p.m. with some bragging on what we're going to be giving away. So until then, ladies and gentlemen,
I appreciate that.
have a good one, and we will see you on Tuesday.
Text to speech unavailable here.